YouTube.
For the old man.
That's right. Welcome back. Season 1, Episode 2. OOTP24. Kevin Oleman, General Manager of the Miami Marlins. The year is 2026. We are right at the tail end of the regular season, picking up where we left off last episode. Kevin Oleman accepted the role in Miami, so let's take a look at what was inherited. If we jump over to the front office, one thing I want to call out that I did not emphasize in the first episode is that we turned off owner goals, so I'm not even worried about what the owner talking about.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
I think that might make it harder for me to get fired, but oh well, so be it. I don't want to deal with the whole owner goal BS. But this is what we're up against. A really small market, average fan loyalty, what looks like really low fan interest, 43. $27.20 was the average ticket price last year. Right now we're just evaluating and taking a look at what we inherited. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna keep any of these guys actually. I'll just let whoever is gonna expire. This is what our player development looks like. When we have a chance, I'm gonna update these numbers here. So yeah, that's about it. I can't really do much. So that's just a look at what we inherited. We'll come back after the playoffs are complete. Alright, we are right at the end of the playoffs. Looks like the Baltimore Orioles have run away with the World Series championship. They swept the Arizona Diamondbacks 4-0. So those are your 2026 world champions. Let's hop back again and look at the personnel roster. So those are the coaches whose contracts have expired. Even though Skip Schumacher is a good coach, I think with me coming in, it's probably good to clean house. Go ahead and fire him.
You're fired.
Especially after that last season, we're not gonna need you no more, Skip. Unfortunately. Let me see. I think I can use him. The bench coach, right? Yeah, bench coach. Pitching coach is so. He's kind of old.
Come on now, dog.
You know what? I think I'm gonna go ahead and let him go as well.
You're fired.
Okay, my hitting coach. I don't think he's anything too decent. I think I'm gonna let him go as well.
You're fired.
Cleaning house. Now is the best time out of any time to clean house like this, so might as well do it. First base coach. I think I need this guy.
You're fired.
Third base coach. We can keep him for now. The trainer. Oh, he's poor at these two things. I might have to let him go and find another trainer.
You're fired.
My assistant GM. Oh, that's that one lady. Kim Ing. She ended up leaving the organization anyway, so I might as well fire her.
You're fired.
Telling you, the best time to clean house is when you come in brand new. I want to keep the bench coach. I want to keep the third base coach for now. Bench coach is completely safe. Third base coach, you never know. All right, let's look at our AAA team. What's left of it? Head coach Mike Vavrick, I believe is his name. Okay, I like what I see there. He stays. He's a keeper. Like last year was his first year with us too, and he did pretty good. The hitting coach. Okay. Keep my eye on him. He can stay for sure. The AA squad. Let me see. Nothing really stand out about him, but he has a winning record, so I'm gonna keep him for now. Same with this pitching coach. I can keep him for now and let his contract run out. At the very least. He's an old guy too.
Come on, man.
Or older. I don't want to. No ageism coming from me of all people. Let's see. The hitting coach. He's pretty decent. We'll keep him. Pat Burrell, that name sounds familiar. I think he's a former player. Although it didn't look like it. All right, the A+ squad. I think it might be time to get a new A+ manager. Billy Gardner, 60. And he hasn't been winning. He got an overall losing record. It's time to let him go.
You're fired.
If he was my guy, it would be a different story. He's not, so we had to move on. It's cutthroat, baby. Cutthroat. Okay, Bobby Spain. Let me see what he working with. This is a hitting coach. Excellent. Okay. Yep, we'll keep him for sure. He's safe. Okay, we'll take a look at the Dominican League. Okay, so we got two rookie teams. I'm sorry, no, three rookie teams, but two Dominican rookie teams. So Team A, Tim Stargell, he'll definitely get to stay for sure. He looks good. We got Nate Epley, the pitching coach. We'll keep him for now. We can let him run the contract out. I ain't too thrilled with him, but we'll see. Then we got a hitting coach, Darling Reed. Yeah, he's decent. He looked better than that pitching coach he had. All right, and then on the B team, just John McIlroy. All right, so that's about it for. I didn't mean to do that. So that's our personnel. I'm gonna fill this all up before we come back. Another thing I'll take a look at is salaries. There was a pitcher on here. I can't think of his name right now, but I turned down his option. It was a $21 million option. I turned it down. This is who we got. I'm not gonna go too deep into this right now. I'll come back and show what changes are made, if any. Let me see what else I want to do. Oh, arbitration. I'll come back and update this. So yeah, I'm gonna go through my arbitration and free agency list, and I'll be right back. All right, so before we continue, I just want to show a couple things on the salary arbitration. There were a couple players who I withdrew offers from, which are 2 pitchers and an outfielder. And then there were 2 players that I offered extensions to. Yuri Perez, we offered him an extension. I don't know where it'll show it at, but basically, if he signs it, I'll let you know the details. But we offered Yuri Perez an extension as well as Max Meyer. So what I can say for Yuri Perez, we offered him a 10-year extension, a hefty extension, and Max Meyer, we offered him a 5-year extension. Sandy Alcantara, this is the guy who I mentioned. He had a $21 million team option, which we declined. But what I am going to do is give him a qualifying offer. If he declines that, we'll get the supplemental draft pick. I'm hoping he declines it. His morale, as you can see, is unhappy. So we'll see how that goes. This guy, Shelby Miller, was a free agent. We're going to let him walk, 36-year-old. And then for the minor leaguers, I just went through and picked a few that I thought were worthy of continuing on with the Marlins. All right, so we'll pick up at the point that arbitration is settled. Before we get to arbitration, we got good news. Max Perez signed his contract extension. So just to show you what his contract extension looked like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. 14.85 million total, with incentives for an all-star of $250,000 per year. Promised position, closer. So that's a pretty good price for a closer for the next 5 years. We'll see if he can stand up to it. He had a pretty decent year this past year, as well as the year before that. So we'll see. Okay, reaction by the fans were amazing. They loved the fact that we re-signed him. Then the other signing, we got Yuri Perez. Look at that, big money. 156 million for 10 years. It's really 9 in the option. But as you can see it there, we structured that nicely.
What?
So he'll get paid $4 million next year. It'll bump up to 9.5 the year after that. Then 15.6 the year after that. Then 17 million the next 2 years. 18 million the next 2 years. 18 3/4 for his age 31 year, which will be in 34. Then 19 1/4 right here where I'm at the age 32 year, which is in 2035. And then the team option, as you can see, we'll have an option to pick him up for his age 33 year, which those should be his prime years. So I feel like this is a really good deal and one that we needed to make. Easy, low-hanging fruit. Alright, and I'll be back. Alright, so real quick, we got the results from arbitration. Sandy Alcantara signed the freaking qualifying offer, which is fine. I'm just gonna look to trade him. Bryce Miller was awarded $2.2 million. Jordan Groshans, I think that's how you pronounce it, he was awarded $1.6 million. Josiah Gray, $2.6 million. Chris Rodriguez, $2.6 million. Nick Prado, $3.2 million. Connor Menez, $3 million. And that's it. Okay, so from here, let me also show I filled in my personnel. So let me just run through that really quick. We have, for the manager, I sort of made a mistake here. Not completely, we're gonna see how it goes. Jim Harder, pause. He's a first-time coach. See how his stealing is occasional, but the aggressive running is high frequency? I got that confused. I thought the stealing was high frequency. So that's my bad. I'm gonna give him a chance though. We'll see how he does. He likes high frequency matchups on the right left, so I'll make sure he has a lot of left and right, a variety of pitchers, a variety of arms in his bullpen. He's gonna need that for his success. But we'll just see how it goes though. Jim Harder, first time manager. His bench coach is the guy, like I said, we kept him, Luis Ureta, from the previous staff. He's a holdover. Oh, I got a assistant GM, Mike Van Heist. This is gonna be our assistant GM that I signed. Let's see, pitching coach, first time pitching coach, Nathan Drizzen, the Australian. He's a ground ball coach. We'll see how he does. The hitting coach, a young guy, Ben Johnson, pretty good hitting coach. Got him from the Atlantic League, Staten Island Ferry Hawks. So that's our new hitting coach, Ben Johnson. So both our hitting coach and pitching coach are pretty young. Then the first base coach, Jose Zapata. Now he's the guy. Okay, keep an eye on him. If things don't work out with Harder, Jose Zapata might be the guy to take his place. Our new first base coach. I went ahead and fired the third base coach, Jody Reed, and we got a new one, David Roderick. So this is our new third base coach, legendary on the running, which is why we picked him up. Then we got a new scouting director, Ricky Powell. We'll see how he does. New trainer, Ricky Jameson. He looks pretty good. He looks much better than the other guy we had. Alright, now I can't remember all the guys we got, all the new guys we got down here. But one for sure that we did was Bobby Spain. This guy right here, we promoted him from Rookie League to A-Ball, so he's a promotion. And then some of the other guys we signed. I think that's a new guy. No, that's not. He was there last year. That's a new guy. Yep, Bob Boylan is a new guy. So is Jeff Jensen. I think this whole staff right here on A+ is new. Or those two are. In the Jupiter squad. That's a new pitcher, new pitching coach on the Jupiter squad. Like I said, Bobby Spain got moved up. Will Oman is a new pitching coach on the rookie squad. I think these three were all there already. I think McElroy was there. But this guy, Miguel Cairo, he's new. As well as Alex Morales, he's new. So those are our new pitchers. Another thing I want to show. We bounce to the front office and then bounce to player development. I bumped up the player development budget to $25 million. Before it was around $14 million. The draft budget, I bumped that up slightly to $15.75. I might bump it up to $16 million. Actually, let's do that now. $16 million. All right, and then $5.7 million for the international budget. So those are the changes right now. Next up, I will hop through free agency and then through the winter meetings to see if we have any trades, and then I'll come back and show the summary of the trades if we get any action. So I'll be back with that. All right, guys. We are in the winter meetings and we got a trade for that A. We got a trade for you. Huh? All right. So we found a trade partner for Randy Alcantara. We're gonna give him up. He's slated to make $18.9 million next year. Did not have a good season. Actually, his ERA was decent, and his WAR was decent, but we're gonna have to give him up. We only won 50-something games last year. We can give him up. We're also going to give up a bit of a future piece right here. This guy, Jayton Felicia, the 20-year-old shortstop. I mean, he got a really good looking bat, but I'm willing to part ways with him. And the reason why I'm willing to is even though he has elite power, his fielding is like so-so, you know? So I don't know. I feel like, and he's a switch hitter. I don't know. I feel like we can, he's replaceable. I feel like that. That's how I feel about it. So in return, we're going to get Aaron Ashby. Who costs $7.5 million next year, $9 million the year after that, and then an option for $13 million. See, he split 2026 between MLB and AA. He did not look good in MLB. We'll give him a go. He's a left-handed pitcher. So you know, like I said, this manager of ours is gonna need lefties. He's out of options, so he has to make the roster in order for this to stick, or he might be a trade piece after spring training. We'll see. Well, this is the guy who I'm really excited about. Eduardo Garcia, a shortstop, 24-year-old. Look at this. Look at what they're willing to give up. Now this guy looks good. In just his second year in the bigs, he hit .239, 19 home runs, 58 RBI. We could definitely use Eduardo Garcia. Keep an eye on him. Shortstop. Now, we're gonna keep him at short. Yep, we will. He has the range and the arm. We're gonna keep him at short, y'all. And then another guy I'm kind of excited about. Now he's not the best, but he is an upgrade from what we currently have on the roster. Adrian Shigasti. Huh? I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but he was so-so last season. We'll see what he can do this year. Let's see who else is on this trade. And then 2 pitchers. So after that, we got 2 more pitchers. Brandon Guevara, 23-year-old prospect. We'll see how he goes. Actually, hold on. Let me see something. Okay. Let's check these other guys. He's high on intelligence. Seldom outwitted. Positive influence on teammates for Eduardo Garcia. And Aaron Ashby is Aaron Ashby. Alright. And then the other pitcher we're picking up is Spencer Bengard, 24-year-old. He's decent, not a leader, but he don't cause trouble either. So 2 minor league arms, a catcher, shortstop, and a relief pitcher for Alcantara, and one of our future stars. Oh, also, we get $4 million in this trade. You can't see it, but we're going to get $4 million in this trade as well. So that'll be this one. So real quick update. The fans were not too happy about that trade of Sandy Alcantara, but we had to capitalize on that. As far as the draft lottery goes, we got the number 2 pick. We're supposed to be number 1, but it's all good. We flipped with the Angels. All right, we got another trade here. Relief pitcher. Josiah Gray, right-handed relief pitcher, $2.6 million salary. We're dumping him off. Getting a pretty decent deal in return. Third baseman Peyton Graham from Detroit, 25-year-old. Also a pitcher, Grant Herter. They say starting pitcher. I don't know if we'll use him as a starter or out of the bullpen. His stuff, not so much, but he got decent movement and control, and he's a lefty. So I'm gonna try to balance out the left and right in my bullpen. And you can't see it, but we're also getting $1 million cash on this deal right here. So I'm putting this one through. That's another trade. Boom, and what do you know? Fans aren't happy about that one either. They don't like losing Josiah. The fans are gonna be all kind of PO'd at me. He gone, y'all. He gone. Okay, found ourselves a trade with the Philadelphia Phillies. We're gonna give up Clint Coulter, this older catcher who we no longer need. Pick up a pitcher, Corbin Martin, $2.4 million salary, as well as a left fielder, Johnny DeLuca, with a $2.5 million salary, but we need outfielders though. So, and then cash, only 250 grand. So this is another trade we're gonna put down. All right, boom. We got another deal on the table right here. All right, this time we're giving up shortstop Nicky Lopez. We're gonna retain 65% of his salary. His salary is set for $8.1 million. He's a really good defensive shortstop, but as you can see, he does not have any offensive production whatsoever. For that amount, we don't need him. So we getting rid of him, as well as a prospect, Colin Hawk, 6'3", 200-pound, 22-year-old shortstop. In return, we're picking up Robert Gasser from Milwaukee. Another trade with Milwaukee. Bryce Jarvis, a right-handed pitcher. Gasser was a left-handed pitcher. So we'll pick up two pitchers. A center fielder, Gilberto Jimenez. Switch hitter at that, so that's good. And then a catching prospect, Blayberg Diaz. As well as $1 million in cash. Alright, that's that. Alright, boom, we got another deal on the table. This time is with the Boston Red Sox. We will be parting with Jacob Berry, the left field switch hitter, 25-year-old. Picking up a relief pitcher, Ryan Zephyrzan, I think that's how you pronounce that.
Come on now, dog.
Right-handed. Picking up a second baseman. Really, we just made this trade to clear up space on our 40-man and figure why not pick up some positions we need at the lower level, as well as $5 million. Alright, so we'll make that trade and be back. Alright, this is another trade here to free up space on the 40-man. Pick up players that we need at the lower level, as well as $1 million. Okay, we got another trade. This is again to make room on the 40-man. Not really much worth seeing here. but we will receive Ben Broody and Logan Tanner, giving up Chris Makma and Jose Rivera. We also receive $1 million in cash. All right, boom, we got another trade on the horizon with the Minnesota Twins. This time we're giving up outfielder Kemp Alderman. In return, we're going to receive Tyler Petroni, second baseman, as well as a closer, Ronnie Henriquez, as well as $7 million. So what makes this trade so dope, in addition to the $7 million in cash, we clear up another 40-man roster spot with this that we're going to use on another player. So boom, another deal in the books. All right, we just wrapped up the Rule 5 draft and we lost a player, a left fielder, Reese Calvin. We lost to the Boston Red Sox. So we lost this left fielder, 23-year-old. All right, so that'll about do it, man. That'll wrap it for this episode, and that'll close out the 2026 season. When we come back on the next episode, we will gear up for the 27th season. We'll go through preseason and probably some other items as well. We'll see how far we can get, but yeah, that'll about do it for this episode number 2.
For the old man.
Peace.